health crisis seems to be unfolding in the northeastern states of Mizoram. And taking this into consideration, the district authority of Mizoram has decided to seal the border with Myanmar. And this is after a toll related to gastroenteritis, which is a kind of viral infection. Stomach flu, it is also called as, has climbed to 9. It has taken 9 lives till now. So let us try to understand what is this entire issue about. If you talk about the current situation in the border areas of Mizoram and Myanmar, total 9 deaths have been reported. Not only that, several dozen people are expected to be infected of the particular virus as such. Emergency response is underway and outbreak is spreading across multiple villages. Now, this outbreak that we are talking about is related to outbreak of gastroenteritis, and the areas affected are the border areas. If you look here in this particular map, we can see this is the state of Mizoram, which is divided into multiple districts, as we can see, and along the Myanmar border lies 2 districts. One is the Saiha and other is the Longtalai, and it is these 2 districts where people are getting infected by this particular disease. Now, it has been declared, both of districts have been declared. Within that, we have declared containment zone. That means the movement of people in and out is completely prohibited. Now, let us try to understand briefly what is gastroenteritis that has taken that has taken a total toll of 9 people. Now, if you look at the quick understanding of this entire disease, first of all, it is a viral disease and it spreads due to infection. It is spread due to the infection that might persist in the contaminated water as such. And once a person gets in this, we can call as once a person is infected by this virus, we are seeing inflammation of the stomach and intestine. Overall, this is also caused by dirty water, food, and intake of pathogen. Symptoms are simple: diarrhea, vomiting, dehydration, and now again there is no such what we can call as the prevention as such, but simply we have to consume clean water. We have to ensure and focus on hygiene and sanitation. That is only way how we can ensure that we do not come into contact of such water as such disease as such. Now, if we talk about the urgent care required for vulnerable group, that is something that also government has focused. Again, to reiterate, simple, we have the symptoms which can turn deadly if adequate measures are not taken in the early stage. These are appetite, loss of appetite, headache, nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, fatigue and tiredness, and if the viral infection is not controlled, it can soon turn into fever and chills also. Now, before moving further, I would want to bring your attention to the fact that Legacy IAS Academy, we are going to soon commence batches. The regular weekday batches are going to start on 15th of December and the weekend batches are going to start on 6th of December. Now, in this particular batch, we ensure that we have comprehensive coverage of GS papers, one-to-one mentorship and doubt solving sessions, regular interaction with the educators also we emphasize on, so the students are able to clear their doubt and get a proper guideline for clearing this examination. Not only that, we know that the UPSC requires integrated approach for preparation of both prelims and mains examination, and for that matter we have daily mains answer writing practice as well right from the beginning. Also, we know that students should be aware about the strength and weaknesses, and that is why test series for both prelims and mains we have included in this module. Also, plus we have ensured comprehensive coverage of the current affair as is the requirement of UPSC examination. Now, if you want to know more detail about this course programs and feature, you can click the link in the description box of this particular video. You can also download our Legacy IAS app, which will help you in better preparation of the UPSC examination. Now, the question comes that if the virus is infecting people, from where did the virus come? And most of the health experts in this area are claiming that virus must have come from the other side of border. We know that on the other side of Longtalai lies the state of lies the nation of Myanmar, and there is a place called as Salachua, and this lies in the Chin state of Myanmar as such. A few weeks back, we also have seen large number of refugees coming from the Chin state entering into Mizoram. So it is quite possible it is this movement that might have caused infection to be brought inside India as such. Now, the infection can spread at a very fast rate because this is an infectious disease, and that is why human to human infection, even the water contamination it has potential as such. Now, overall crackdown is ensured on the illegal border entry, which might be one of the prime factor behind such disease outbreak. Now, government has taken multiple action. First of all, as we know that the source already we have identified, it is on the other side of border in Myanmar, and the first action that the district administration has taken is to completely seal the Myanmar border. Completely seal the Myanmar border means any type of movement will be completely prohibited, and also extra security forces will be stationed in this area to look and to ensure that illegal border movement is also prohibited as such. Second, containment and movement control, because you know that it is infection that can spread from one person to other, and that is why containment zone have been created where the entry and exit is quite restricted. Third, rapid administrative response we have seen being taken in the right manner by the district authorities, where you have the team of ambulances, doctor, and all are being dispatched in the affected area. As far as the medical intervention part is concerned, the district authorities have created district health teams, and they have been deployed in the villages as such. WHO and Doctors Without Border, we know that World Health Organization, which is a UN based body, and Doctors Without Border, which is a kind of international non-government organization, and also they are referred as Medicine Sans Frontier. So they also have lent their support in this particular this disease as such. Rapid response teams are continuously evaluating and looking at how the virus is infecting. Testing surveillance becomes very, very critical here, and that is why patient sample as well as water samples are being collected, so that if in the affected village areas, if any water body, lakes, and if any place water is contaminated, it can be identified, because many doctors many doctors argue that there is a strong suspicion of water contamination. That is only the reason why so much death tolls we are seeing associated with this particular disease as such. Overall, however, pathogen identification is underway. We have to wait for the results that what kind of pathogen exactly is causing this particular disease. Cross-border health context, try to understand, because it is not only the Mizoram. Why we have a strong this evidence pointing toward the origin of disease in Myanmar, it because 300 plus cases in the nearby Letwa and Paletwa region we have seen of the same disease. 30 people are undergoing treatment in the Myanmar, and because it seems that there might be some common water body that have become contaminated and is causing disease outbreak in the population of both Myanmar and Mizoram, the need of the hour is to have a coordinated border health monitoring as well. However, there are challenges, and the challenges, if we try to identify, we know that Mizoram shares a long border with Myanmar as such, but the problem is that this border is also not in the plain areas. The relief and overall what you can call as the terrain is quite challenging to reach out to. For example, the villages where we are seeing such kind of cases either in the Mizoram or in Myanmar is surrounded by dense forest, hills and all that, and that is why it becomes quite difficult for the medical team to reach here. Second, then risk also comes because of the entry of refugees. We know that Myanmar is engulfed in the civil war, and there is a genuine risk to the life of people living in the border areas, especially in the Chin state, and that is why refugees, without worrying about anything, without caring about anything, they know that if they live in Myanmar, they might lose their life. So they are taking this decision to cross inside India as such, and that is how infection can further spread. Plus, water source contamination, it has become quite difficult to identify which is the exact water source that has become contaminated. So it will take quite some time for the authorities to understand this by analyzing the samples and all. And in this time, there's a potential for rapid spread of this disease if it remains unchecked as such. These are the challenges when within trying to basically work through these challenges is the district administration and the state government of Mizoram getting support from the central government as well as international organizations. That is all about this particular video. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please hit like button, share it with aspirants as a subscribe channel for more such content. Thank you very much.